Hi everyone, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to do a tips and tricks video showing different stuff you can do on the Kindle Paperwhite. I just uploaded this Kindle Tips and Tricks Advanced User Guide to the Kindle store earlier in the week. It costs $2.99 if you want to pick that up. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the features in here, some of the different things you can do to maximize your Kindle reading experience with the different features and getting the most use out of the device. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the different aspects of the home screen first. So when you get this device, it has this list of recommended titles down here. So the first thing I always do is go ahead and go into device options in here, and then it's in personalize your Kindle, and you can turn that off right here under recommended content, so that way you don't have to see those recommended titles and you get more space to display your content on the home screen. Likewise, you can also go into the menu here if you want to do the list view instead of using cover view, and it also shows you like the format and the kind of content it is over here on the right, but most people obviously go with the cover view nowadays. So if you long press on any of your book covers, you get the option to, you can just jump to a page directly from the home screen if you wanted to. It accesses the table of contents, and then you can also go ahead and delete books from there. You can add them to collections. So you got these different options when you hold down the book, and you can also, if you don't have any collections, you can go ahead and create collections here from the home screen just by hitting the create new collections icon right here. One thing with this keyboard you might not know is if you long press on letters, you get the accented versions, and of course when you're typing you get recommendations, so you don't really have to type the whole word. So all of the Amazon's content here, you got the different sorting options. One thing about the Amazon is they always have everything set up by the cloud, so whenever you delete something from here, it gets added to the cloud. It's always available wherever you on whatever device you have. If you want to actually delete the title, you have to go to the Amazon Manage Your Content page and choose to delete it from there. You can't actually delete it from the device. So let's talk about some of these getting started tips on here. One thing I wanted to mention is if you have, this is what I was showing from the previous Kindle, if you go ahead and highlight on something, if you highlight a paragraph in this guide, for instance, you want to like personalize this a little bit more for your own usage, you can go ahead and highlight these different selections that apply to you personally or whatever, and then you can go up here and access them all from one single list. So if you just wanted to have one single quick list that you could access specific tips from, that's how you go ahead and do that. Another easy way to navigate is just to quickly enter a search term. So like if you wanted to learn how to do screenshots or something, you could type that into this book term right here. You also got different areas you can search right here just by checking the drop down list from right there. But if we search the book, you get a list of everywhere that the word appears in the book. So you can also go ahead and scroll through this. You can go ahead and select to go there. So if you wanted to take screenshots with this device, what you do is you tap the top and the lower left corner at the same time, just like that. You can do it either corner, and the screen flashes to indicate when it's been taken a screenshot, and then you can access those from a computer. You can't actually access them on the device. So here's one trick to bypass the screensaver ad. If you guys have screensaver ads on your device, you can pay 20 bucks to get rid of them. So when you turn it off, you always see an ad, and then you have to swipe the screen when you turn it on, which is kind of annoying. One way around that is if you just hold the power button for 6 seconds, you get the option to turn the screen off. So it's a little bit more time intensive to turn it off, but the cool thing about it is it just displays a blank screen, and then when you turn the device back on, it just goes right back to the book instead of going to having to swipe the screen. So that's kind of a little workaround to avoid the screensaver images. Okay, so books have this little progress indicator down here. You just tap it, it'll show you the time. You can toggle between time left in book, time left in chapter, and you can also have nothing displayed there, or you can have location, and for books that have page number, you can toggle that option on as well. Okay, so let's talk about some like book specific type features. If you swipe up from the bottom of the screen, it opens up this like quick scan page thing. So if you just want to scan through pages, you can use this option right here, and then you can use this right here to skip back and forth between chapters. And you can also just sort of toggle around using that right there. And then once you just jump to tap on that, you'll jump to that location. And with Kindle devices, it has this arrow up here. It's not just a back button, it's also history. So that will take you back to wherever you've been in the book. And it'll also jump you back to the other stuff, like when we ran the search right there. So you can jump around with the history using the back button. Okay, so of course you can come in here and adjust the font type and the font size. the line spacing and all that stuff from the fonts menu. A quick shortcut to adjust font sizes, you can just use pinch gestures, touch the screen in 2 places and pinch to increase and decrease the font size. So that's a quick, easy way to adjust the font size on the fly. So the Kindles have a whole lot of reading features as far as when you hold down on a word, you get the dictionary pop up. You can change dictionaries just by going here, as well as in the settings menu. And then you can also go ahead and load in different dictionaries. You can access Wikipedia easily right there from the window without having to open a web browser. You can search for other terms in the book. And we've got the More menu over here where you can add notes and highlights as well. But you've also got the sharing option. You can share on Facebook and Twitter, and also it'll add like stuff to Goodreads because it's got the Goodreads integration. If you've got a Goodreads account, you can share stuff on there as well. One of the other things on there is the translation feature. So it does require an internet connection, but once you go ahead and hit that, you can get translations from one of these languages right here. So you got a lot of options as far as that goes. So one thing about the Kindle Paperwhite specifically, it has games and active content available for it. So that's not something that's available on the newer Kindles. Amazon decided to drop support for like the Kindle Voyage and the new $79 Kindle, so they don't even have access to this stuff anymore. But if you have the Kindle Paperwhite or an older Kindle, you can download these apps and games that were designed specifically for the Kindle and for the e-ink screen. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of different like word games. As you can see, there's blackjack. There's a whole bunch of different active content available on the Paperwhite. Alright, so just a couple other quick things. If you come up here into the settings menu, we got this other information. We can go ahead and jump over to landscape view if you want to read the book that way. And then we can go ahead and view some other different modes. If you want to go ahead and use the vocabulary builder, you can also access that from the home screen. So what this does is it tracks all the words you look up in the dictionary. So there's a couple ones we were just highlighting to talk about with this review, and then you can go ahead and open these up. You get the definition. You can mark them as mastered. So you got the different flashcards that pop up, so you can like study these different vocabulary words. That's a feature that's very unique to Kindles, because none of the other devices, as far as e-readers go, have anything that offers any kind of flashcard feature for learning and studying new words like that. So that's a pretty cool little thing that the Kindles offer. So all Kindles have an email address. You can access this up here in the settings menu. It's located in the personalize your Kindle settings. You can see what your email address is in there. Each Kindle has a specific email address, and you can send Kindle documents to it, Kindle ebooks, like you can send PDFs to. So there's and then all that stuff gets synced with your Amazon content and will be synced across devices and be available in the cloud on other devices. So it's kind of a cool thing with Kindles as well, as you can send stuff using the email address. That's also a unique feature as well. One of the other big settings in the settings menu is partial page refresh. If you're not familiar with this, what it does is when you're turning pages like this, is it doesn't do a full screen flash. So it's a little bit smoother as far as page turnings go, but it also has a tendency to show a little bit more after images. In the white area right here, you can see like a little bit light faint text from time to time, or especially like if there's images. Usually it forces a full refresh with images though, but if you don't like that, you can go ahead and go into the settings menu and turn partial page refresh off, and then it flashes with every page. It makes text clearer and sharper because it refreshes it with every page turn. So if that's one thing that bothers you, if like the text is a little bit rough or you see like after images, you can go turn that off in the settings menu, and that really does help a lot. All your Kindles have this name up here as well. So like when you're at the home screen, it says Kindle Paperwhite, because I needed to determine each Kindle specifically, so I changed it to Kindle Paperwhite. You can change the name by going to device options in the personalized menu, and you can just customize whatever name you want to appear up there in the top left corner. So all Kindles have these password protection that you can enable in the settings. You can just have a password, a few digits that you type in each time you turn the device on. You can also protect things like the web browser and your Kindle account, people from using that. You can set that up in the settings menu as well. So some of the other things that make navigating easy is using the table of contents on these devices. I got all these different sections in this book, like how to fix an unresponsive Kindle, how to set one up for a guest or child. So I'm not going to go over any of that stuff in the video, so it's kind of boring. But there's some different stuff, like you can get public library ebooks for Kindles using Overdrive. A lot of people don't know that your public libraries carry Kindle ebooks. You can get them for free if you just get a library ebook. Even if your own library doesn't have them, a lot of libraries offer cards to non-residents. So a lot of popular newer titles get added to the library. You can get those for free. So that's a really cool thing about ebook readers, that you can actually get ebooks from public libraries as well. So So there's some other places that are good for free ebooks on Kindles. Let's go ahead and jump to it really quick. One of the best places to go is just Amazon themselves. There's that top 100 free Kindle ebooks listing. If you just tap on the free ebooks tab, you see like the most popular free ebooks. It gets updated all the time. There's a lot of free promotional titles on there. Another place, obviously, you can go to like different websites like Project Gutenberg and Feedbooks. You can go visit those websites directly on the Kindle itself and then download the books using the Kindle's web browser. Just make sure to get the Mobi file. So one thing about Kindles is they do make it easy to export your notes and highlights. So each device, it sets up this My Clippings file, so you can access it here like on the home screen. Right there, My Clippings. It's just a basic text file. You can plug it into your computer and export it. It's kind of wonky to deal with in its native format, but you can use these third-party tools to reformat that, and so you can access your Kindle highlights on the web as well. So there's some different options for getting your Kindle highlights actually off the device, which is definitely a plus. Alright, so a lot of times you'll be reading a fiction title, and if you come up in here, you can actually check out some additional information about the characters just using this X-ray feature. If you haven't used this before, it's a cool feature because you can come in here and it'll tell you the description of the character from Shelfari. You can see how prominent they are in the book, so there's some different features as far as X-ray goes. Okay folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this tips and tricks guide right here. Check out the ebookreader.com for some additional info, and like I said, if you want to check out this Kindle tips and tricks guide, it's available on the Kindle store for $2.99. Thank you guys for watching, and you have a good day.